Testimony,
And then
testimony.
also just want to say God bless you, Prophet Ishaku. So on Tuesday, when we were on the prayer line, Prophet Ishaku was prophesying to me. And then he said, "Oh, I saw you get in a house like around March time, and then most of the stuff are confirmed." And then he said, "I'm seeing a judge." I was like, for a minute, I forgot that I even have a court date, which was going to be the 3rd, which was going to be the Wednesday. And I'm like thinking. I was like, oh, yeah, I said, oh, yeah, I have a court date. And then, of course, he prayed on the prayer line and everything. So on Wednesday, on my way to the courthouse, Prophet Ishaku called me. And then I was like, I said, I'm on my way to the courthouse and I'm supposed to be there in 30 minutes. I was even running late. So we prayed on the phone and he said, the Lord said victory is yours and everything. So when I got to the courthouse, okay, let me go back. Like 2 months prior, Prophet Ishaku, you had prophesied to me, you told me you saw death cancellation. But to be honest, it was last night, everything just came back. Wow. You told me that you saw death cancellation. This was the first time you even prophesied to me that, well, you see, me and my family were moving to a different place. You said I was going to get a house and everything. So I told you, I said, yeah, there's a class that's like for first-time home buyer that we were going to attend that Saturday. Yeah, so when I got to the courthouse, I packed my car. And I was like, as soon as I'm going through the double doors, because you have to go through the double doors and go through security before you can take the elevator to go up to whatever floor that you have, the courtroom that you gotta be in. So before I get through the double door, and I said, Father, you gave your servant a word and you said victory is mine, so shall it be, victory is mine. Then I opened the door and I went through and go through security and I went upstairs. And normally, for those of us doing that, when you go to court, like it takes over an hour before they even call your case. It takes over like an hour before they can even call your case. So for mine, like within 10 minutes, they called me. And I went, as soon as I'm getting off of the seat, and this was my former place, the former place where I used to live at. Those were the people that took me to court. They didn't sign my list. And then they went and charged me for like December rent, and then they charged me like for 2 months extra. So they said because that will compensate them in order for them to find somebody to fill the place, So as soon as I'm getting up, then the judge, their lawyer was like, Your Honor, we dismiss the case. I was like, what? Dismiss? And we're talking about this is like close to $10,000 debt. I'm like, what? How? To myself. So I was like, okay, so I was saying, I'm like, oh, can I have a proof of paper? And the judge was like, ma'am, you can just go. You don't need nothing. So the case is dismissed. There's nothing. Nobody's going to come after you or anything like that. So I just want to glorify the name of God, and I am so grateful. I am very, very grateful. And this is something that I never even had this conversation with Prophet Ishaku. I didn't, because even for me, I never even took the Scott case serious. It wasn't like something that was bothering me or anything like that. So I didn't even take it too serious at all, But to God be thy glory. Victory was mine, just like he said it when I was on my way. So thank you, Prophet Ishaku. Thank you so much. May God bless you, sir.
Amen. Wow. People of God,